Hello friends, today I am going to teach you how to make a tiramisu cake using simple ingredients which can be sourced easily. But first, I would like to tell you my story. Hi, I'm Pooja. I'm a home baker and my company's name is Mighty Mitten. So my daughter was going to turn 10 in April 2020. We as parents decided to throw a big bash and call all our friends and family. We had booked a venue to celebrate a birthday and also shortlisted the activities and artists we were going to hire for the event. So much so that we had even shortlisted a specially curated menu which she and her friends would have loved. But luck had its way and on 25th March the lockdown was imposed. We were disheartened. While everyone was busy finding ways to cope with these extreme situations, we were struggling to find even a basic cake for her. Since our daughter was old enough to understand, she didn't make any special demands, but I took up a challenge to at least give her an awesome birthday cake. Since I was passionate about baking from the start, the very next day on 26 March itself, I started researching and developing my own recipes, making sure that the ingredients used can be sourced easily. On the day of my daughter's birthday, I surprised her with a tiramisu cake. Her reaction was a most special thing. She was surprised to see a cake and wanted to know where I got it from. When I told her that I made it myself, she said that was probably the best thing about her 10th birthday. We shared the cake with our immediate friends and neighbors. Immediately, I started getting calls as to from where we had sourced the cake, as they found it delicious. I told them that it was made by me at home. I clearly remember receiving a message from my friend Swati saying that if I can make a similar cake for her son's birthday, which was due in 3 days. Without even thinking, I said yes. That moment I realized that I can take my passion and build it into a full-fledged business. Next couple of days, I got busy researching, baking, and developing other recipes. One of those days, my daughter saw me wearing a mitten and she came up with the idea of naming our company Mighty Mitten. Yes, I made a cake for Swati, which wasn't a tiramisu but a chocolate cake which her son loved. I'm lucky to be flooded with celebration cake orders since then. Further along, I also developed sugar-free, gluten-free and vegan cake recipes. There has been no looking back since then. This is how a simple idea which started off as a necessity became a successful business within months. Now that you know my story, I would like to share the tiramisu recipe with you. It's a classic Italian dessert, easy to make and does not require any baking and is perfect for coffee lovers. We are going to make this classic dessert with 5 ingredients and in 5 simple steps. Let's take a look at the ingredients. Things we need are ladyfinger biscuits, whipping cream, mascarpone cheese, brewed coffee, and some cocoa powder. Let's discuss the ingredients. Firstly, we have whipping cream. I'm using non-dairy whipping cream or you may use heavy cream, ones which have high fat content. Whichever one you use, make sure it's chilled. Next up, we have mascarpone cheese, which is on the sweet side, not like cream cheese. It has an amazing texture. Make sure to keep it outside for half an hour before use. Then we have these biscuits known as ladyfinger biscuits. They are especially used to make a very light tiramisu as they are themselves as light as air. These ingredients can be sourced easily online or you can get them at a baking supply store near you. Next is coffee. You can brew a large batch of espresso or you can dissolve instant coffee in hot water and keep it aside. Just make it stronger if you enjoy an intense flavor. Also keep some instant coffee powder handy. Lastly, we need cocoa powder as it's the magical ingredient in this dessert. Well, let's assemble this easy no-bake dessert. Firstly, we need to whip cream. I have used an electric beater to beat it to soft peaks. You can use a whisk instead of electric beater. It will just take a little bit longer. Make sure the cream is chilled. You can use non-dairy whipped cream or heavy cream, whichever is available. Now take the mascarpone, which we have kept outside for half an hour. Mix the whipped cream into it. You will have to give it a good mix as both should blend well and be totally lump-free. Don't overmix though. Add a spoon of diluted coffee in this mix to get a good punch of flavor. Next, take a glass and put a piping bag with a nozzle in it. You can totally skip this step and just pour the cream directly onto the tiramisu. Well, we are going to fill the bag with cream and keep it in the refrigerator, not the freezer. Let's open these biscuits and keep them in a flat dish like this. Cut them into smaller pieces if needed. Choose a white dish and pour your coffee mix into it. Now dip each biscuit in the coffee mix and place it in the dish. You need to dip each side for 2 seconds each. Do not dip for long as they will get too soggy and won't taste good. Repeat this and place all the biscuits till you form a layer. Now comes the fun part. Let's pipe the cream mix onto the biscuits. You may skip the bag and just pour the cream and smoothen it with a spatula. So our first layer is done. Repeat the biscuit and the cream layer so we get a lovely layering when we cut through. All the hard work is done now. Finally, to add some magic, take some cocoa powder, put it in a sieve and sprinkle on top. Don't be shy and sprinkle a good amount. Voila! It's done and our tiramisu is ready. I would suggest you to rest it in the fridge overnight for maximum flavor or at least a few hours. But I think this looks too yummy to wait, so let's grab a slice and dig in. Hopefully I can save some for my daughter too. Trust me, this is the creamiest coffee dessert you'll ever have. It's a must try if you like desserts which are low in sugar. So if you like my story and my recipe, request you all to please like and subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. So see you in the next story.